Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. Tony Ferguson, man, my man is back. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green at UFC 291. This is a really good fight for both guys. Bobby Green is a guy that can knock you out. He's at like, what, 10, 11 knockouts in his career. He's had a bunch of submissions. He's been knocked out 4 times. He's only been submitted twice, so that's not terrible. He does have 14 losses. Most of his losses are by decision, but he also has 11 wins by decision, so he's pretty diverse in terms of his skill set. He's a pretty good fighter. I did pick him to beat Islam Makhachev over a year ago. That was a bad pick, but still, nonetheless, he's in the UFC. He is an elite fighter, and he's clearly a really good fighter. So with that being said, Tony Ferguson is coming off 5 losses. He had 12 fights in a row at one point he was winning until Gaethje got a hold of him and Khabib didn't fight him for whatever reason. But I do believe that this is a really hard fight for me to pick. It really is. Because they're both coming off losing skids. But Tony Ferguson is clearly the guy that really needs this win. If Tony was in his prime, this wouldn't even be a contest. I'm just saying. But Tony he's really been in this game for too long. He's a guy that never got a title fight when he clearly deserved it. I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. And I really didn't put much planning into this pick. I think you guys could tell because I was going to think right off the top of my head. It was a conflict back and forth. Tony's done. He's going to get beat. Well, Tony's got something left. He clearly showed it with Nate Diaz and Michael Chandler. So he could beat Bobby Green. He should be able to. You know what? This is the second time on my channel I'm tossing a coin. Doing a coin toss to make my picks. I didn't even say heads or tails. Heads for Tony Ferguson. Tails for Bobby Green. Let's go. El Kukui. Now I'm then forced to pick Tony Ferguson. How does he win? I think Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green might be fight of the night. This should be a really good fight. They're both strikers. They're both guys willing to slug each other out if they need to. Unless Bobby Green gets a knockout here, which he most likely will do if he wins this fight. Tony is also, he gets hit a lot, but he hits you too. And Tony's really good with submissions. I know he got submitted by Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz has submitted a lot of guys, so there's no shame in that. My brain's telling me to pick Bobby, besides the coin toss. My brain is saying Bobby Green by a first round knockout. My heart says Tony Ferguson. He's going to be slugging it out with Bobby Green. He does hit a lot. There's a reason why Chandler went and took him down the first round. I know he knocked out Tony. Let me enjoy my moment. But I got my heart saying Tony Ferguson. I think he's going to retire and probably try boxing. He did say he wanted to box last year, but Dana wouldn't let him. So I got Tony Ferguson winning this fight by submission. I think he submits Bobby Green. No, not submission. No. I think he gets a decision over Bobby Green. Bobby Green's had 8 decision losses. He's going to have another one. I think this will be a controversial decision. I think Bobby will be winning this fight. A lot like Justin Gaethje and Roman Fiziev went. I got Gaethje winning. I had Gaethje winning because it was controversial. I think Bobby will get the better of the stand-up in the first 2 rounds. The third round, I think Tony will get the better of. He'll rally back, knock Bobby Green on his butt. He'll probably beat him up a lot and do a lot of damage because he knows he don't have a lot of time left. And I think Tony wins a very controversial split decision.